Hello, diamond painting people. I am here today with your daily dose of Doni. And before I get started on this drill with me on Topsy Turvy, I wanted to show you the new pins that I just put up in the shop. Just in case you don't go visit my page or see the stuff that I posted. First of all, got this lovely lipstick. Or is it? Nope, it is not lipstick. It is your very own drill pin, but it could be taken in your purse. It's very small, but it's got that nice big grip for those of you who like the bigger grips. There's that. And I've got a nice little feather pin. This is my daughter's preferred method of drilling. She has one just like this. And let's see. I got a few more of these. I've got this one. And this one added. I still have this one too. I have this one, and it's a maker special, and a maker special is one of those types of pens that it's not as perfect as the others. It does have a small flaw, and that is because I was, learning or trying to figure out how to convert it, and something happened to it that I just couldn't reverse. So it just has a bit of a gap. So it's a reduced price. It's not as much as the others. Basically just to cover the costs of making it and then the shipping for it. I did get in a couple more of the diamond tipped pins, and these are metal. They're like not sure what the material is, stainless steel probably, or something like that. There's a pretty shiny silver one, and then there's this one that's blue and a very pale pink in the middle, and they have these diamonds at the top. So I have those two, and I do have more on the way. And let's see, I have this cutie. It's a little cat, and it has a little feet and a tail, and it does stand up. It has the cap. Well, the feet are the cap. And I have its little friend here, the pink one. It's got some little footprints all over it. Same thing, it's got the cap, has feet and a tail. I also got a couple new stylus drill pins. These ones have a lot of little diamonds inside, or crystals I call them. Takes up half of it, and this is made out of it. Well, I think those are plastic, I don't know. But they're a little sturdier than plastic. And they have a nice long drill tip. And of course I have my keys. There's the silver and the blue. The drill pins. And then there's a pink. And we have gold. They're all plastic. And this is the only one of this I have. I just ordered one. I wasn't sure if people would like it or not, so that's why a lot of these are on a trial basis, but it is a drill pen. Yeah, it does want to focus. There we go. Focus. There you go. It's listed as the brown topped drill pen. I tried putting poop emoji on there and it wouldn't let me post that word. Then I have a couple of Christmassy ones. These are handcrafted. And we got a Santa and a snowman. They're both drill pins. They have to be. These are the most finicky ones to convert that I've ever done. They are like a soft, I wouldn't pull on them too much, but it's kind of a soft material. It's not real hard. I have a few of those. And then I still have, oh, that's a pin. Oh yeah, I need to convert it. I forgot to do it. So this one is the short tip, short chambered crystals. And this one is plastic. It's got a thicker grip than the other stylus, but it is a stylus. And of course, you've probably seen the feathers that I have up. These are the hard plastic feathers, so they've got a nice grip to them as well. And we've got the unicorn with a cap. And we've got the flamingo with the grippy. I've got the blue feathers still. Very light. And I've got the white flamingo. And I actually got some of these back into stock. I have 2 of each color, the pink, purple, and red. These were really popular and they went really fast. So I have a total of 6, 2 of each color. And last, I have quite a few of these because I actually ordered these on a trial basis. And they come I ordered 4, or I ordered 1 set of 4 and they sent me 4 sets of 4. So there are plenty of these. They're little donuts. They're like a silicone rubber type material. And they all have caps on them. And you can find all of these in the shop. If you are outside of the United States, the shop won't work because it's only accepting U.S. funds, because it was really complicated to add listings for outside of the United States. So if you want for me to check the price for shipping to your country, let me know. And you can contact me, and if that's something you want, we can arrange that. But it's extremely expensive to ship. To Canada, to ship a drill pen, it costs $10. And to Australia, it costs $15 to ship a pen. Any of these pens, they're all under the certain weight that is in the limit for that. So that is what we're looking at, and that's why I didn't list other countries on there. So just let me know. But now everybody, you've all seen what I have in the shop, and I did post a link to it in the group for the Love of Diamond Painting with Doni and Teslin. And now you've seen it on here. So I do have the rest of my tag to finish, so I will go ahead and do that as soon as I get started. I took advice of somebody who was telling me about their bead mat, as well as seeing Danielle, how she does it. They cut it in half. It killed me to cut it in half because it just killed me. But I did it. And so it's much easier to have my tray sitting there to be held up by the bead mat. So give me 1 second and I will get back with you, and I will give you any updates and then do the tag. I'll be right back. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and start with some updates. Well, the first thing that I can think of is that we are getting very close to the mark of 3,300 subscribers, and at that point I will be announcing the giveaway and the prize package. And with the average of what I get per day, I'm looking at possibly Monday that happening. So be on the lookout for that video, the announcement. And I've never really talked about or asked, but you know, if you know anybody who's interested in or thinking about diamond painting, feel free to share my videos, any of the videos that are inspiring to you or show something that somebody you think would like. You know, there is a share button underneath the video that you can go ahead and just share that to their timeline or email or whatever, and that'll help get us up to that 3,300 as well. And let's see, I just had my 4-month anniversary for this channel on the 16th, and it's just been crazy how many people really enjoy watching me. And it's just, I don't quite understand what people, I mean, they tell me what they like, but I'm so self-critical that I don't see what other people see. And I wanted to ask what you guys think about Teslin doing an unboxing, because I actually recorded it today and she was so excited to be the star of the video. So I went ahead and let her do an unboxing, and oh, she was just so cute. And you know, I know some people don't want to see or hear children, but I was thinking if I do post it, that I will put a warning at the very beginning so that if someone doesn't want to see it, they don't have to continue watching. And just as a courtesy, so people don't think that they're expecting one thing and then getting another. But I'll also put it in the title, because she's been wanting to be involved more and more lately in the videos and the diamond painting pens. When she sees them, she wants every single one. I had to give her one of the donut pens because she just loved them so much. She has almost completed her first month of school, and she loves it. She is actually learning how to write her name now, which I'm so happy. And also in the video that she did, it was a Huracan subsidiary company that I had gotten a custom for her. Not for her to do, because it's, you know, fairly large for her. It was a small one. It's like a 25 by 30. And it has 30 colors, and she actually counted out the bags of drills. I told her to count the bags, and she counted to 30. I was shocked, because every time she's counted for me, she skips like 14 and 15. and from there she just isn't able to keep her numbers straight. But she did it, and I was in shock. I was so happy to see that she did that all on her own. So that made me really happy. Let's see, anything else going on? Not much that I can think of. I've got a lot of plans for videos to do. I'm hoping to get my catalog made up with my database for finding and filing all my diamond paintings to see where they are so I can locate them easier. I've got some help from Stephanie on how to do it. Well, she gave me some ideas on what she wanted to do, and I'm like, well, you got to help me with it then because it's overwhelming for me to even think about starting it. So with her help, I should get that done. And let's see. I showed you my the new box that I have that I got from Michael's for $6, and so that's inspired me to actually go through and show you all of my supplies, where I keep them, where I store things, and what it's like in a day in the life of Doni. Everything in this room as far as diamond painting goes. I might do another video for my other crafts as far as, because there's just I could make a whole video on each craft just to show all my stuff that I have for each one. So I'm thinking I will split that up into crafts as far as all my stuff. But I might not. It just depends on how long it takes me to go through the diamond painting. And that won't include showing all my diamond paintings themselves. That'll just be showing the supplies. And the paintings and the drills will be a separate, all on its own. Because it's going to need it. It might take 2 or 3 parts. I don't know. Let's see what else. The weather's starting to get cooler here, but while it's still in the 70s, I'm letting Tesla go to school in short sleeve shirts and skirts and dresses and stuff while she can. She tells me every day about how she plays on the playground with some of her friends from preschool. And we do have quite a bit of long sleeve and pants that we picked up for her for school when we went clothes shopping for her. So I can't think of any other updates, so I will can probably go ahead and start this tag I have. It's actually the 3rd part to the tag that I did in the last 2 videos, where I did parts 1 and 2. I mean, it was only 30 questions total, but I had way more stuff to talk about in the first 2 drill with me's about what was going on and whatnot, issues with this and that. So let me get over to that. It's called the Stitching and Sound Kyle tag. And let's see, this section is called Random. The first question of the 10 says, you go to a bar, what's the first drink you get? Well, if I were to go to a bar, because I haven't been to a bar in a long time, I like the fruity drinks, and so if I'm gonna drink to get inebriated, I need something sweet at first before I can start doing shots or anything like that. So the first thing I would get would be a Sex on the Beach. The name is awkward, but I really like the taste of it. I don't know what they put in it, but it's really good. So that was a quick and easy question. Next question 2. Who would you want to play in a movie? But who do you think the casting director would ultimately choose for the role? Who would you want to play you? Oh, who would you want to play you in a movie? Oh, dang. I would probably say Sandra Bullock. But I would probably get Mindy Kaling. Just because growing up, people said I look like her. And I think the only reason why people said that was because when she smiles, her eyes disappear, just like mine do. It's just a family thing. Every time we smile, the eyes just go into slits and you can't see them anymore. So I was always told that I look like Natalie Wood from The Facts of Life. Yeah. So they would probably typecast her. I mean, she's a little bit older than me, but not by much, I don't think. But still, those Hollywood types, they stay young looking longer. I don't know that she's still acting, but okay, just gotta take this piece out. It's got a little tab on it. Give me here. Okay, number 3. What's the title of your autobiography? The title of my autobiography would be Don't Mess with My Kids. Yep. This isn't the one that I was trying to pull off. I pulled the wrong one off. It's this one right here. I'm very protective of my kids, and you mess with them, I'm right there. Backing them up. I always find out, all the facts before I jump to conclusions. But, yeah. That's just what my life has been all about. Don't mess with my kids. So I just shaved the tab off that so we can get it back in there. And it's sitting pretty now. Okay, 4. What's scarier, being trapped in a room with 100 pissed off poodles or being trapped with a leopard with no legs? Source, Ellen DeGeneres. I would say what's scarier would be the poodles because they have teeth. And at least with the leopard with no legs, you could run faster than it. You could keep your distance, but not from 100 poodles. That would be kind of, that would be scarier. Okay, you're in a horror film. Who would you be, the hero, the victim, or the killer, and why? I would probably be the victim because I can't run. If I could, I would probably be the hero just because I've seen so many horror movies and know, how plots twist and turn and how it's the last person you expected and this and that. And so I have that mindset to be able to help figure things out. So I could be the hero in the sense of figuring things out, but ultimately I would get run over and left behind by the people that could run. Okay. Number 6. What was the last movie that made you go, WTF? The tone of this can be interpreted. Is it disgust, surprise, confusion? The last movie. Gosh, I haven't watched many movies. Oh, I guess it could have been the newest Avengers movie. And it would have been a surprise because I was not expecting what happened to happen. I kind of was, but not to the extent that happened. And I don't like giving out, plots of movies, so that's all I'm going to say about that. 7, what is your ideal vacation spot? Lord. Somewhere quiet. So it's not like I've ever been able to do a vacation spot like this, but I would love to rent a cabin on the lake and have no internet, no TV. I'd like electricity at least, so we could listen to, music and just read books or diamond paint or crochet, knit, whatever. But I'm probably the only one in the family who would enjoy that. Something with a dock right there so you can jump off the pier. Something from that movie. It's a really well-known movie. I just can't think of the name of it. I think Robert Redford's in it. I'm not sure. It's where they're in a cabin on the lake. And I just don't know the name of it. Yeah, but that's where I would really like. I don't fish, but just to sit underneath the trees and relax and have quiet and go swimming, jumping off the pier, jumping into the lake, and one of these days maybe I could do something like that with my grandkids. I wouldn't be doing any jumping off a pier, but I could watch them do that. I've only got one so far, but it'd be really nice if, the family could get together and we could take all of our grandkids to do something like that. My younger brother and sister, they still have a little ways to go before they have grandkids, but my brother and I each have one, and I don't think any of my family watches these, but my niece just told me she's pregnant, so I will have another great niece or nephew coming in March, which is when her older daughter was born. March. I think she just likes that month. And it would be really neat to have the whole family just take our kids and grandkids up. If everybody got along, it would be perfect. But there's always somebody that doesn't get along with others in the family. So it makes it really difficult for that kind of a thing to happen. But that's my dream. Dream vacation. What is one food that everyone seems to like but you can't stand? Sushi. I don't see how people like it. I can't stand raw fish. And the majority of sushi consists of some kind of fish. I don't like fish. I'll eat battered fish if, that's the only thing to eat. But, yeah, I prefer not to eat seafood. I don't like shrimp. I don't like lobster. I don't like anything fishy. My phone's dying or something. So it cut off. I'm hoping you caught everything that I said about how yucky sushi is to me. But yeah, that's my answer. And I'm sticking to it because I don't like sushi. I don't like fish. There's a story behind that, but I'll save that for another day. But the next question is 9. What slogan or phrase do you think sums up your life? It's a mad, 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 mad world. I guess that would be it. Because my life has been so crazy, it's a wonder I am where I am today. So, there's not a lot of explanation that I need to give on these questions. What is your rough estimate of how much wood a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I'd say none. Because in my opinion, chucking wood is like throwing it. And a woodchuck's an animal. So I don't know how big they are, but I don't imagine that they could pick a piece of wood up and throw it. So I'm going to say none. That's one of those tongue twisters my dad always said when we were kids. Wow, that was like a quick tag. One of the other updates, I don't remember which book I was reading. I think it was The Half-Blood Prince, Harry Potter. And I finished that, and I started on the Deathly Hallows. Oh, I did read Baby Teeth. Thanks to Danielle. She recommended that book when she was reading it. I do understand now what she was saying about how it ended and how she felt. I would have to agree. I don't quite know how to feel about it because it's one of those things where you just don't know, you know. So, but it was a good book. I did finish it. I bought it on Audible. And if any of you would like to read it, you can let me know. If you haven't already gotten a free book through Audible, just let me know, because I can give anybody can receive one free book from somebody sending it to them. And then if you sign up, you get another 2 free books. So I'll put a link down below where you can sign up for Audible, and it'll tell you where to download the app and everything. I think you get a free book and a free month. Your first month is free. And then you get it. I don't know when you get the second book, if you get it right away. I think you do get to choose it right away. But the first month you don't even have to pay for, if I'm remembering right. I don't know if they've changed it, but it used to be the first month was free. Because I did my first free month years ago. And then like 2 years ago, I started back up with them because I was doing a lot of crocheting and knitting. And I was able to get a bunch of books read while I was doing that, because I stopped playing World of Warcraft and started being more creative. And it's really nice to be able to do 2 things at once. So I was able to listen to books and craft at the same time. And now when I don't have videos to watch on YouTube, I will listen to books either on Audible or on Overdrive, which is through my library. So you can check books out through the library for free. You can only get 4 books at a time, audiobooks. So I take advantage of that, and most of the time I always have 4 books checked out. But there's like this wait list thing that you have. You can put books on hold, up to 6 books you can put on hold, so that when it's available you can get it checked out directly to you. So I keep at least 1 book free for my checkouts, so that 1 spot free, so that if one of my books that are on hold comes available, it'll automatically check out to me. So I have finally gotten all 7 of the books for Harry Potter checked out. I actually had put all 7 books on hold, and what happened was, before I was ready for it, the 7th book became available, so I ended up checking that out before I was ready to read it, and then the 3 weeks went by and it went back, so I had to get back on the list. And it just worked out perfectly because I got it checked out like 2 days before I finished the Half-Blood Prince. But I think after I'm done reading this book, I'm going to go through and watch all the movies again, even though I've seen them many times. I did that with the Hunger Games books. I've already seen the movies, but I went and read the books for the first time, and then I went and watched the movies again in order. I tried doing that with the Divergent series, and I watched the first movie, but then I never got around to doing the second movie, because that's when I started my YouTube channel, and I really stopped. No, I already had the channel at the time, but something happened to where I got too busy to where I started watching a bunch of channels. That's what happened. And so I always had something to watch or something to edit, or I just didn't have time for movies. I don't have hardly any time to listen to books nowadays either, because everybody puts out a lot of videos, and I want to be able to keep updated on people. And I'm never going to get caught up, but I'm going to try. I am going to devote a certain amount of time to watching videos, and I'm going to devote my own personal time to either watch, so that I can watch some movies or listen to my audiobooks, because you need that, you need to be able to have, it's entertaining and all watching YouTube, but it's more, I feel it's more educational, and I need more entertainment. Not that it's not entertaining watching, some of you guys, but I need to take 1 day off a week too, and I haven't been doing that. I set aside Sundays to where I was going to use that day to be, just my time to do diamond painting or whatnot. But it seems I spent all day Sunday doing other stuff related to the channel. But things will get quite a bit easier for me, I think, now, because I did take on a new admin, which I mentioned in a previous video. Shannon will be helping me. She actually did the drawing on Monday for the cover photo, and that helped me out so much, because it's something I really want. It's not a feature that I'm going to stop doing, because I really think it's important for other people in the group to be noticed on their diamond paintings, because there are some beautiful diamond paintings out there, and I want them to be displayed. And the only thing I really can do is, put them on the cover photo, could put their painting on there. So I want to continue doing that because it's important to me. And so she is doing that for me. And the amount of people that are entered now, it's just amazing how many people have entered. There were 100 people this last week that posted their photos of their diamond paintings. And it's still open for people to put their photo in if they want. We do the drawing once a week. And if you just go to the announcement section, there's 3 different posts that I've posted talking about entering your diamond painting into the drawing. And you can add your diamond painting that you want entered onto any one of those 3, and it will get entered. And hopefully eventually everybody will be able to have theirs displayed. I'm going to do a montage one of these days so we can get more than just one picture, one painting up at a time. So we can do like maybe once a month or something. We'll do like 5 or 6 people so that, you know, everyone will have more of a chance to be able to get up there. Yeah, and I'm just really happy that you all want to watch me, because I find myself boring. And the fact that you guys don't just makes me feel good. And the nice things you say are just, sometimes it's overwhelming on how much people who you don't really know can care so much about you or for you. And that's what I'm seeing in my channel comments. The way people, the nice things they say. And some people tell me how they started diamond painting because they watched my channel. And I feel honored. I really do. I want to thank you all for watching me and saying these nice things, because sometimes a person just needs to hear something nice once in a while. And I know I need to get caught up on answering comments, but I've been really tired lately. I don't know why. I'm just, well, one night I only got like 2.5 hours of sleep, and the next night I went to bed at like midnight, and I slept, and then I took a nap, and then I took another nap, and went to bed early, and then I slept all night, and then took naps all day. It's like I'm at that age where I can't go get away with, you know, doing an all-nighter or almost an all-nighter by getting 2 hours of sleep. That just, my body was in protest. It's like, don't you dare do this to me. Yeah, so I've got to stop staying up so late, especially during the week, because I have to get up at 7 to get Teslin ready for school. And, you know, it's kind of, I don't know, a waste of time, I think, to sleep the whole day. Well, I don't sleep the whole day, but to go back to sleep while Teslin's gone, because I can get so much stuff done. I can get a lot done when she's not here. And if I'm sleeping, that just basically maybe I'm a little bit sad that she's not around, and so I sleep so that when I wake up I can see her again or something like that. I don't know. I'm just really, really close to her. And I think the antidepressants that I take is keeping me from being, you know, totally falling apart, that she's not here. I mean, because this is going to last for the next, 13 years. And then she's probably not going to be around, moving out or college or whatever. So it's like the days of her being home all day are over, except for summertime. So it makes me, I think, it makes me kind of sad. And I don't know it. Yeah, so maybe that's why I'm sleeping so much. I don't know. Something in there. Get that out. Yeah. She's the only one of my children I was able to stay home with from the beginning. I was able to be home with her since day 93, 94, after she was born. 93 days, of course. The first 93 days she was in the hospital. And even after that, when she ended up having to go into the hospital, I was there with her at the hospital. I stayed with her overnight. But the thing is, the NICU, where they go when they're first born, if they were premature, they don't have beds in the rooms like they do at the children's hospitals. And so it's a little different circumstances. I mean, they have a recliner, but it's not really accommodating to spend the night. You could if you wanted to, but they're at that age where they need you there, but they don't need you 24 hours because they sleep a lot. And it's one of those things where you're not going to get any sleep because they do have, the nursing staff coming in at all hours of the day and night. Just like any other hospital, but it's a little bit more intense in the NICU. She ended up having to go into the hospital because I don't remember why we took her to the doctor, but she wasn't eating much. And so he recommended that we go to Portland to the children's hospital. So we ended up going up there, and she was in the hospital for a week, trying to figure out some kind of feeding regimen for her. And we ended up, that's when she ended up going on the NG tube, where they put the tube up your nose and feed you through that. And then that caused other problems, caused her to have acid reflux because they're pumping it in too fast. So too much was going in at one time, and so she would get heartburn. And it scared me to death when she had this happen to her, because she just stiffened up and flailed her head back. I was holding her when it happened. I mean, we only lived 5 minutes from the hospital, and we rushed to the emergency room. It was the scariest thing, other than her being born as early as she was. So they adjusted the flow of the feeder thing and got that under control. She got pretty chunky from being on that. Pictures of her from when she got pretty chunky. Here, I'll show you one right here. So, oh my gosh, there's a hair on here. It's bugging me. It's really tiny. But then we finally got her to get in when she was 6 months old to have her heart surgery to close her PDA, which is a patent ductus arteriosus. And for those that don't know what that is, there's this duct in your heart that is opened up when you're in utero to allow blood flow to the lungs, extra blood flow to the lungs while the lungs are developing. And close to birth, before you're born, that duct closes to prepare the lungs to breathe air and get the blood flowing through that way. Well, when you're born too early, sometimes that duct doesn't close. And so they give it time to hope that it closes, and they tried all sorts of things in the hospital to try and manipulate it or to get it to close on its own, and it didn't. So that's why she was on oxygen when she came home, and the reason why she was having problems eating was because she was spending a lot of energy breathing, and so she would get too tired to eat. And that's why they had to do the NG tube. And once she had that heart surgery, that they closed her PDA, there was so much relief on her lungs that she didn't get worn out eating anymore. And they were able to take her off the oxygen, and they tested it overnight. And they said her oxygen level did go down at night, so she stayed on oxygen until she was around a year old at night. And then she was able to stop having to be on that at that point. And it was awful having to keep that oxygen tube on her face all the time, because in order to keep the cannula on the face, we had to put these stickers on her cheeks to hold on to the tubing, because babies pull on things and whatnot. Because when she had the NG tube in her nose, she kept pulling it out. And neither one of us felt comfortable enough putting it back in. So every time it happened, we'd have to take her over to the hospital for them to put it back in. So that's just a little bit of Tesla's story. I don't know what else to talk about, but this is probably close to an hour now anyway. So I'll probably close this off and go to bed, or get this loaded up into the editor. No, I think I'll just go to bed because I need to back up my computer tonight. I haven't done it in so long, and this is the only place that my videos that I have. It's the only place that I have my videos. I mean, my photos are backed up on Google and on Amazon Prime Photo, but the videos, because I don't want to pay for the extra storage, I just keep my videos on my computer and back them up onto an external hard drive. But my computer is getting old, and that's one of the things I'm hoping to be able to save up for once things start moving a little more on my channel. I'm going to save up for a new laptop so that I don't have to worry about losing all my videos as it is every time I record a video on my phone and transfer it to my computer. As soon as I edit it and put it on YouTube, I have to delete it, so I don't have any of my original footage. I mean, I could always download the video itself if I wanted to off of YouTube, but anything that was original before editing, I no longer have, because I don't have, my hard drive's not big enough to hold it all. Oh, I think I got all this symbol. So yeah, that's my goal, is to get a new computer and possibly some better filming equipment, like a dedicated camera specifically for doing this, so I don't have to use my phone all the time. And lighting, because I want some lighting that doesn't give me the shadows and the glare. So that's what my goal is here. And I don't know if liking your videos, when people like your videos, if that helps, but it's awfully nice to know people like your videos. That's why we always say to like our video. That gunk in between my drills. I'm really looking forward to getting this finished. I want to see it more because it's so pretty. I love these colors. Alright guys, well, I'm going to cut it off here. And again, I'm going to say thank you very much for being my supporters and having my back when I needed it, supporting me and everything. You know, the kind words you say, the uplifting stuff that you seem to say right when I need it the most. So thank you. This is a big, heartfelt thank you. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. So I love you guys. Take care. See you in the next video. Bye.